Coming back to hands to heart center. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat. Knees can be soft. Push those hips high. We're not staying here for long like we do in our normal body flows. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, gazing forward. Hands can be on the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Reach those hands high to the ceiling, palms facing in. Inhale. On an exhale, push your hips towards the back. Push your hips towards the back, hands reaching towards the back. Look up towards the ceiling. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Inhale again, give me a back bend. Release your hands to the mat, push your hips towards the ceiling. Knees can be soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the top of the mat. Step back into a downward dog. So your toes are at the back of the mat, fingers spread wide. Push your chest towards your thighs, hips towards the ceiling. Pumping those legs. So you're going to walk your heels left, right, creating that nice deep V shape. Inhale, exhale. Always remembering breath to movement. Inhale, we deepen. Exhale, we lengthen. Inhale, we prepare. Exhale, we move. Release your knees to the mat. We're coming into tabletop. So your hands are directly below your shoulders and your wrists. Fingers spread wide. Flat back. Inhale, look up to the ceiling for cow pose. Exhale for cat pose. Give me a couple more. Your breath to movement. Inhale, look up to the ceiling for cow. Exhale for cat. Coming back into tabletop. We're going to move straight into working the core. This is muscle meets yoga today. Push the left leg towards the back. Left foot is flexed, hip height. All of your weight's on the left hand, fingers spread wide. Right hand in front, palm facing in. Inhale, on an exhale, elbow to knee. Pull that knee in nice and high, pull your elbow in close. Push the left foot back as though you're stamping on the wall. Right hand reaches forward. So inhale when you're reaching forward. Exhale when you curl up in a ball. So that's 2. You're using your core and your quad here. This is 3. Remember breath to movement. When we open the heart, when we reach forward, we inhale. When we curl up, we exhale. Make that core work, make your quad work. Last one. Push the left leg back, left foot flex, reaching forward. Reach the right hand behind, grabbing your toes, pull your heel, your left heel into your left hip. You're still gazing forward. Still shoulder over elbow over wrist. So you're stretching the quad here. You're opening the right shoulder. Release the left knee to the mat, right hand to the mat. Push the right leg back. Right leg, hip height, right foot flexed. Left hand in front, palm facing in. Inhale, on an exhale, elbow to knee. Really make it work. Push the right foot back, reach the hand forward, palm facing in. Inhale, exhale. Elbow to knee, that's 2. Your own pace, that's 3. Always exhaling as you curl up. Inhale as you reach forward, that's 4. Last elbow to knee. Reaching forward, pushing back. Release the left hand behind, reaching for your toes. Pull the right heel in towards your hips. Gazing forward, shoulder, elbow, wrist on the right side. Feel the quad stretch. Open that left shoulder. Release the right knee to the mat, left hand to the mat. Take a breath here. Shoulders over elbows, over wrists. Inhale, exhale. Bring in your weights, whatever weights you've got with you. If you've got 2 different weights, that's fine. Listen to what you need on any given moment, whether it's weights, whether it's yoga, whether it's your poses. If something feels too much, if you're not in control, if you feel yourself trembling too much and you're not able to hold the yoga pose because you're trembling or because it just feels too much, lower the weight, or even leave the weight, drop the weight, just let it go. Listen to your body, not your ego. For demonstration purposes, I am just using 2 pounds. So we're back in tabletop, fingers spread wide. Bringing your weights close by, ready to take them. Step the right foot flat in between your hands. You stand on the left knee, left foot is flat at the back of the mat. Grabbing your weights. You're gazing forward. Shoulders and chest over your right knee. I need to move away from my wall slightly. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to bring your elbows to shoulder height, flies. Inhale, release underneath your thighs towards the floor. Exhale, flies. That's 2. Inhale, release. Exhale, you rise. You're still gazing forward. You're still feeling the quad on that right leg as well. That's 3. 4. Feel it working at the top of your back. You're going to feel your shoulders, your rhomboids. That's 4. 5. 6. Make it work. Use your breath work. So you inhale when you release, you exhale when you rise. That's 7. 8. Release your weights either side of your right foot. Place your hands on the mat. Right knee meets the left. Take a breath. Tabletop. You're going to hear me breathing because when we add these weights, it does work you harder. Your heart rate's coming up. Step the left foot in between your hands. You're on the right knee. Grabbing your weight. Chest and shoulders is leaning towards the left knee. Weights underneath and just behind your heel. Inhale. On an exhale, fly. So pull those elbows towards each other. That's 1, 2, 3. Inhale when you release, exhale when you rise. That's 4. Still gazing forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Release your weights just beyond your left toes. Place your hands flat on the mat. Left foot meets right, coming back into a tabletop. Flip the toes, push up into a downward dog. Bend the left knee, bend the right knee. Ears between your biceps. Take a breath here. Coming back into your downward dog. Release your heels towards the mat or on the mat. You're going to meet me at the top of the mat in a forward fold. So you can walk, step, jump. If you're going to jump, soften those knees. Looking forward. Inhale. On an exhale, place your feet between your hands. Forward fold. Just relax and breathe here. Relax the hands to the mat. Knees can be soft. Push your hips high. Reaching for your dumbbells. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to sit back into chair pose. So you're going to raise those hands above your head. Sit back in your chair. Just focus and breathe. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Still holding those weights. Let the weights, the top of your head and your torso, pull you towards the ground. Weights on the front of your feet. Knees can be soft. Push those hips high. Inhale. On an exhale, hinging from the hips again. Reach the hands forward, then up towards the sky. Sit back in your chair. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Just let it hang. Knees soft. Drop the head towards the floor. Inhale. Hinge and rise. Reach those hands out to the side. high towards the sky, so they're directly above your head. Palms are facing in, you're gripping your dumbbells. Inhale. On an exhale, gentle back bend. Push those hips towards the front, shine your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath here, shoulders back, just adjusting my mic. Tailbone tucked in, weights on the front of your feet. Step the right foot to the top of the mat, left foot at the back. We're coming into warrior one legs. Stack the right foot over the right ankle, centered over those right toes. Left foot pushing at the back of the mat. Release your hands down towards the floor. Rest your right forearm on your right knee. Gazing towards your right toes, drop the left hand towards the mat. Inhale. On an exhale, upright row. So pull your dumbbell up towards your underarm. So give me 8. Remember, breath to movement. Your breath to movement is your pace. So that's 3 for me. Inhale, release. Exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the left hand to the mat. Right hand to the mat. Release your weights. Hands either side of the right foot. Pivot the left foot. We're back into a low lunge. Right foot meets left. Chaturanga. Elbows close to the side. Flip the toes. Upward facing dog. Flip the toes again. Downward dog. Inhale. On an exhale, however you need to get there, meet me at the top of the mat in a forward fold. You're going to jump. Soften those knees. Inhale. Pivot to the top. Forward fold. Grabbing your weights. Not sure if I got the right clothes on. Knees can be soft. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Reach those hands high out to the sides, high to the ceiling or the sky. Gentle back bend. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Left foot at the top of the mat this time. Right foot pushes at the back of the mat. Warrior one legs. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. You're pushing on the back foot. Release your left forearm onto your left knee. Drop the right hand towards the mat. You're gazing forward, looking at those left toes. Looking beyond your left toes. Inhale. On an exhale, upright single row. To pull your hand towards your underarm, elbow close to the side. So that's 3 for me. Inhale, we release. Exhale, we move. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, that's at my pace, my own breath to movement. So you could be faster than me, slower. You're working to your pace, your edge. Release both hands either side of the left foot. Release both weights. Hands either side of the left foot. Left foot meets right. Chaturanga. Elbows close to the side. Upward facing dog. Flip the toes. Downward dog. Take a breath here. Pedal those knees out. Inhale. Exhale. Release both heels to the mat. Meet me back at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale. On an exhale, walk, step, jump. Meet me in a forward fold. Grabbing your weights. Inhale, hinge and rise. Knees can be soft. Reach those hands towards the ceiling. Sit back in your chair. Take a breath. You can look up towards the ceiling, your hands. Slowly rise. Bring your hands to heart center. You're just going to hold your dumbbells here. We're going to move into warrior two. Right foot's at the top of the mat. Step back into your warrior two. Left foot's parallel at the back of the mat as though you're stretching the mat. Right knee stacked over your right foot, centered over those right toes. Reaching your hands out to the side, warrior two. Your palms are facing down. Chest is open to the side. We're not going to stay here for long because we want to move into a flow. Inhale, on an exhale. Deepen your warrior two. Right knee stacked over the right ankle, centered over those toes. You're going to feel this. You're going to see mine. My arms wobble. I'm old. Reverse swan dive. So flip the right palm and dumbbell to face the ceiling. Left hand slides down the back leg, right hand towards the ceiling. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to reach that right dumbbell, right hand towards the back. You're going to feel the stretch. There's going to be a deeper stretch from your waist upwards on the right side to when we do this without dumbbells. Come back into warrior two arms. Pump in your warrior. Straighten that front leg. Dumbbells touching above your head. Inhale, release, shoulder height. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Bring your palms and dumbbells together at the top. Inhale, release into warrior two arms. Exhale, making them work. So as you release down into warrior two, you flip your palms, dumbbells are facing down. When we rise, we bring the palms together. One more. Straighten that front leg. Pivot the right foot so we're coming feet parallel. Bring your hands to heart center. Pivot your heels to point in, toes to point out. Inhale. On an exhale, we're just going to squat. Keep those shoulders back. Slowly rise. Inhale. On an exhale, we're going to squat down again. So that's two. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we squat. That's three. Really feel your quads and glutes working. That's four. Keep those shoulders back, keep your core tucked in, tailbone tucked in. That's five. Six. Seven. 8. Release your dumbbells to the mat. Drop your head towards the floor. Release your hands to the floor. Push your hips towards the sky or ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Picking your dumbbells up. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale, hinge and rise. Pivot your feet to face the front. Step the left foot in to meet the right. Shoulders back, take a breath. Tailbone tucked in. Forward fold. Still holding those weights. Knees soft. Top of the head towards the mat. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Swing those hands out to the side, then up towards the ceiling. Dumbbells touching. Bring your hands to heart center. Step the right foot back. Coming into warrior two on the left side. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. Right foot's pushing the back. Some of us are parallel, some may be at a 45 degree. We all have different ranges of movements in our joints. Hands out to the side, shoulder height. You grip, your dumbbells are facing down. Inhale, on an exhale, sink a little deeper. Just hold it, feel the weight, feel your arms working. Chest open to the side. Flip the left palm and dumbbell to face the ceiling, so you're the inside of your forearms facing the ceiling. Inhale, on an exhale, reverse your warrior, slide the right hand down the back. Left hand up towards the ceiling, then beyond. So you're really going to feel the stretch, the dumbbell, the weight will be pulling on your obliques on the left side. Still keep that left knee stacked over your left ankle, centered over your toes. Slowly rise, come back into warrior two. So your dumbbells, your hands are facing down. Inhale, on an exhale, raise those hands above your head, straighten the left leg, palms touching, dumbbells touching. Inhale, release to warrior two arms. Exhale, pump your warrior. Inhale, shoulder height, push the left knee to the front. Exhale, pumping warrior. To give me 4 more. One more. Pumping warrior. Inhale, relax into your warrior two. Flip the left foot to face parallel with your right, but I'm going to switch sides so you can see me. Forward fold. Release your hands and your weights to the mat, but don't let them go. Parallel your feet so you're in a wide straddled stretch. Knees can be soft. Push your hips high. I'm going to pivot and face the front of you. You can listen to me cueing and I'm going to tell you what to do, but I need to face you. So your hands are on the mat, you're still gripping your dumbbells, toes, feet parallel, knees soft, push those hips high. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on your hips. Inhale, hinge and rise. Bringing your arms by your side. Bicep curls in your squat. Pivot your right heels to point in, toes to point out. You're going to keep your elbows by your side in a 90-degree bend. We're just going to move from your elbow, so we're working the bicep. To squat down into goddess pose. Then you're going to give me 8 bicep curls. So inhale, on an exhale, bicep curl. Inhale, on an exhale, using your exertion, feeding your muscles. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't want to drop lower than your elbow. 8. Bring your hands to heart center. Slowly rise. Release the quads. Release those thighs. Take a breath. Pivot your feet to face the front of your mat. Step the left foot in to meet the right. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. Release your weights to the mat. Place your left hand in front of your left foot. Bend the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Raise the right hand to the ceiling, palm facing away, so we're stretching the hamstrings. We're releasing the left quad. Switching sides. Right hand in front of the right foot, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, reach the left hand to the ceiling, palm facing away. Maybe look up at that left thumb. Release both hands to the mat. Let it go. Step back into a downward dog. Release your knees to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Take a water break. Or take a break in child's pose. Release your hands to the mat. Come back up into a downward dog. So, fingers spread wide, shoulders, elbows, wrists. You're in tabletop. Flip your toes. Push up into your downward dog. We're just going to do one little flow to hit our triceps. Raise the right leg high. Step into a low lunge. Grabbing both of your weights. Pivot the left foot so it's flat on the mat. Inhale, hinge and rise. Right knee stacked over your right foot. You're pushing on that back foot as though you're stretching the mat. Both arms are by your side for the moment. Inhale, on an exhale, I want you to pivot from your hips as far as you can so you can feel the back of the right quad, your right thigh working. Then you're going to pull your elbows in close to the side. Inhale, on an exhale, triceps. So that's 1. Inhale, push back on your exhale. So tricep kickbacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Try and keep those elbows close to the side. 7. You're just working from your elbows. 8. Release your weights down to the mat. Hands either side of your right foot. Pivot on that left foot. Step back into a downward dog or take a chaturanga. Right foot meets left. Lower yourself close to the mat. Upward facing dog. Flip the toes. Downward dog. Inhale, raise that left leg high. Exhale, left foot at the top of the mat. Flip the right foot, pushing against the mat. Grabbing your weights. Inhale, hinge and rise. Arms by your side to getting your legs right, your feet right. You're pushing on the back of the mat. Left knee stacked over the left ankle, centered over those toes. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to reach forward as far as you can. Arms are still hanging by your sides at the moment. Push on that back foot. You're gazing forward. Bring those elbows close to the side. Squeeze those biceps towards your sides. Inhale. On an exhale, tricep kicks backs. Inhale, push back on your exhale. So that's 2. 3. Don't rush it. You want to use your breath to movement. You want to feel those triceps working. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. This is actually when it's good to be on Zoom and actually seeing yourself. Because I've just looked back and even though I'm the teacher, I still need to watch what I'm doing. So you can see my delts working there. Release your weights, your hands either side of the right foot. Hands flat on the mat, coming back into a low lunge. Pivot on those right toes. Left foot meets right. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. We're going to hold this upward facing dog. Take a breath. You should be out of breath here. You should have felt that workout. I know I did. Look over your left shoulder to your left heel. Look over your right shoulder to your right heel. We've got 15 minutes left, girls, or maybe a bit more. Gazing forward. Push back into a wide child's pose. Take a break. Take some drink. Take a stretch. Knees are separated. Allow your hips to open. So just take a few breaths here. I'm going to take a sip of water because talking and moving at the same time makes me dry. And then we're going to do a couple of planks and come into some stretching. So we're going to do side planks with weights. Again, be sensible, listen to your body. If things are too much, drop the weights. It's more important to get the pose right and to get the movement right so that you're hitting the correct muscles. You don't want to be recruiting the wrong muscles. Defeats the object of the exercise and the poses. When you're ready, meet me in a tabletop. Shoulders, elbows, wrists. Flip the toes, push up into a downward dog. Just keep one weight towards the top there because we're only going to work with one weight on each side. So I need to remember to do the right side for you to see first of all. So you're in a downward dog. Take a nice deep breath. Roll forward into a high plank. Tuck that tailbone in. Diagonal shape for now. Move your dumbbell to the left hand. Place your right hand in the center of the mat. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. You're going to pivot off to the left side. Pull that left dumbbell close so that you can reach for it with your left hand. So you can stay here in the side plank. Both toes, both feet at the back of the mat. Or you can drop your right knee to the mat. Push on that left foot. If you come in with me and both feet are at the back of the mat, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Grabbing your dumbbell. Inhale. On an exhale. Raise that right hand to the ceiling. Palm's going to face towards the front of your mat. Reach your left bicep to your left ear. And then you're just going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just reaching forward. Pivot back to the mat. Release the dumbbell. Release your left hand, coming back into a high plank. Take a breath here. Tailbone tucked in. I'm making this class harder for myself. Move that right dumbbell over to the right hand while you're still in a high plank. Then you're going to place your left hand in the center of the mat. Pivot off to the left side. So both feet can be at the back of the mat, or you can drop that left knee to the mat. Grabbing your dumbbell in your right hand. Raise the right hand towards the ceiling. Right bicep to right ear. So your palm's going to be gripping the dumbbell but facing down. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Maybe look at that wrist or your right elbow. Then you're going to pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the dumbbell stretch your waist. You're stretching your obliques. Release your dumbbell to the mat. You can just throw it on the mat. Come back into a high plank. Lower yourself to the mat. Elbows close to your side. Lower those hips. Flip the toes flat on the mat. Push on those hands. Upward facing dog. We want to release the core. We need to stretch the back. Gazing forward. Separate those knees. Push back into a wide child's pose. So you're stretching the spine. You're releasing your core. Deep inhale. Your heart rate should be high. We're going to come back down to the mat. And we're going to do a shoulder stretch. Rising up into tabletop. Roll forward so you're on your knees. Shoulders, elbows, wrists. Just slowly lower yourself to the mat, elbows close to the side. Release your chest to the mat. Arms by your side, palms facing down. Left ear or right ear on the mat. Take a breath here. Nice and slow. Use your breath to movement to lower your heart rate down. Release your left hand out to the side like an aeroplane wing, palm facing down. Your right hand is coming beside your rib cage. So you should see my elbow pop up. Palm down by my rib cage, fingers spread wide. You're going to roll onto your left hip. The right foot comes, the right foot comes on your left ear. Right foot comes behind your left knee. Push on your right hand. Open your hips. You're going to stretch the left shoulder. You want to deepen this pose, you push on that right hand. Remember breath to movement. If you want to ease into a deeper stretch, inhale, push on your exhale. Left ear is on the mat, try and relax. Slowly roll back to center, switching sides. Right hand out to the side, shoulder height, palm facing down. Right ear on the mat. Left hand supports you, palm by your rib cage. Release the left foot behind your right knee. You're going to roll onto your right hip. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to stretch that right shoulder. So push on the exhale. So inhale, push on your exhale. Open the knee and then stretch your shoulder. Just ease into it. Don't make it happen, let it happen. Slowly roll back. Let that shoulder go. Place your hands underneath your chin. Let it go. Relax your hips to the mat. Hands by your side, by your rib cage. Push up. Push your hips back towards your heels. Sit back on your heels. Shoulders over hips. I'm just going to move to the center a little bit so you can see me. Hands on your thighs, palms facing the sky or the ceiling, shoulders back. I'm going to face you. So can see what I am doing. Raise your hands above your head. Interlace your fingers, then flip the palms to face the ceiling. Inhale. On an exhale, you're just going to stretch over to the right side. So try not to push your hips to the left. We're literally stretching the obliques from above the waist up. Oh wow! Anyone in Miami? It looks like we're getting a warning of some sort. For those of you in the UK, not sure whether you get these or not. Inhale, come back to center. Reach those hands high. Really feel you stretching your spine, your core. Inhale. On an exhale, reach over to your left side. Inhale, come back to center. Release your hands by your side, palms facing forward. Roll those shoulders back. Relax and breathe. I'm going to turn to an angle so you can see me face on and to the side. Interlace your fingers, squeeze those elbows together. Inhale. You've done this before on my other classes. When we're standing, this would be a pyramid pose. Inhale. On an exhale, drop your head towards the mat. Reach those hands high to the ceiling, your hands stacked over your shoulders. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Drop in your forehead, top of your head touching the mat. Inhale, hinge and rise. Release your hands by your side, palms facing forward. Raise your hands above your head, palms touching. Inhale, on an exhale, forward fold. Half tortoise, palm grip, ears below your biceps. Inhale, hinge and rise, palm grip, so you're using your core, nice and slow. Release your hands behind your spine, fingers facing down. Squeeze those elbows together. Just open your heart, drop your head towards the back. Open the chest, squeeze those elbows together. Slowly rise. Release your hands to your thighs. Take a breath. However you need to get there, release your feet towards the top of your mat. My feet are always dirty, and you hear me say that all the time. Release your right leg out to the side, right foot flex. Left foot out to the side, left foot flex. Release your right forearm inside your thigh or towards the floor. Raise the left hand to the ceiling. Palm is facing towards your right side. Inhale, on an exhale, you're going to stretch over towards your toes. Relax the right forearm. Maybe look up at your left elbow. Try and keep your hips, your quads firmly on the floor, and try and keep those toes flexed towards your hips. Inhale, hinge and rise. Switch inside, so release your left forearm inside your thigh. Left thigh. Reach the hand up towards the ceiling. Palms facing to your left side. Inhale. On an exhale, reaching over towards your toes. So we're stretching from the waist. Release your forearm towards the floor or on the floor. Inhale, hinge and rise. Raise both hands above your head, palms facing in. Flex those toes. Inhale. On an exhale, you're going to pivot and forward fold over that right leg. So your hands can be below your toes, on your shins, your thighs on the floor. Inhale. On an exhale, forward fold. The intention is forehead to knee, but don't think about egos. Just relax and forward fold. Some people have a deeper practice. You can release your forearms on the floor, gaze towards your toes. Slowly release and rise. Take a breath at the top. Shoulders are back. Push those hips forward. So your glutes are firmly on the floor. Toes are flexed. Hands above your head. Palms facing in. Inhale. On an exhale, pivot and forward fold over your left side. Hands can be below your toes on the floor. on your knees, wherever you need to be for you. As I've said, no egos on the mat. No egos on any given moment. We're different times of day, different focus on our minds. Just go to your edge. If you want to take it deeper, you can drop your forearms to the floor, flex those toes towards your face and gaze towards your toes. Or you can drop your forehead towards your knee. Slowly rise. Bring both feet together towards the top of the mat. Hands by your side, palms facing down. We're almost there, girls. Girls or guys, it could be guys doing this on Facebook and Instagram. Even though this class is for social girls in Miami, I am putting it out there live on Facebook and Instagram. Pull your heels in towards your hips. Raise your hands towards the ceiling, palms facing in. We're going to hit the core for the last time. Inhale. On an exhale, I'm just going to turn to the slight angle so you can see. So push to your edge. This is your last part of your hard work. Inhale. On an exhale, raise those toes high. Lower the shoulders. Hold the pose. You're gazing at your toes. The lower the shoulders, the higher the toes, the deeper you're working your core. You're going to tremble. I'm trembling. Reach those hands high, lower your shoulders, raise those toes. Come on, one more. Today was when muscle meets yoga. Release your feet to the mat, hug both knees, grabbing opposite elbows, drop your forehead towards your knees. My heart rate is high, I need to breathe. And I know you will too, so just focus on breathing, relaxing. You're stretching the spine here. If you're grabbing your elbows, you're stretching your shoulders, your spine, every muscle in your back. You're also releasing your core. We're also compressing the organs here. So when we compress the organs, we are flushing all of our toxins out. So what happens here is we're in a forward fold. So everything is compressed. Everything's slowing down. Then when we release and inhale, blood's pumping back into our organs. Place your hands on your knees, crossing your feet. Just relax, easy pose, shoulders back. Gentle breathing, relax those knees towards the floor. Hopefully everyone heard me. Last spinal twist. Left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you, look over your right shoulder. Switching sides. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you, push on that left hand. Pull on the right hand on your left knee. Inhale. On an exhale, look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. As always, hands to heart center.